always know where I'm headed, but I always find a way to keep going. Roll with me.
Okay, peace. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia, and today I'm hanging out with my good friend, the one and only Jamel. Mellodic. All right. Jamel, I know him as Jamel, but I wanted to make sure I got it right. And he getting me right because I got a whole Afro twist situation going on, and this ain't it. So it's time for something new. Time for something for the spring. I got my purple popping. Y'all see it later. I'm always posting before and after. But just wanted to take this opportunity to just roll with the topic of the day, the topic of every day. And I think today, who knows where it's gonna go with us? We always have pretty dope conversations that go left, right, up, down, all around. And so today I think we're gonna tackle dating. What did I say? What we talk about?
Dating and relationships.
Dating and relationships, but coming from a perspective of doing the work or the healing work, right? So like Jamel and I think a lot alike as far as like we don't play about doing the work, right? Like it's easy to say, oh, I'm looking for this type of woman or this type of man and this, that, and the other, but it's like the most important relationship you can have is the one you have with yourself, right? And you have to be mindful of your own energy and your triggers and your values, and so that can kind of change how you date, right? Because it's one thing to date from a place of hurt, place of fear, abandonment, whatever. Trauma. Date from a place of trauma versus dating from a place of healing. Because I think the healing journey is ongoing, right? I don't think that you have to wait till you're 100% healed to date, but you know, just be self-aware, right? So yeah, it is a journey, right? So just wanted to kind of open up like I said, take advantage of the opportunity to chat, get a male perspective. Because y'all always hearing from me, but I'm going to let, the conversation flow and so we can get a good balance of perspective. Okay? So, did anything spark your...
The whole title of what you want to do, the whole title of this relationship, dating, healing, all of that sparked interest, and it's worth conversating about. It's worth talking about. And the most important part is what you said earlier is about having that relationship with yourself.
Right.
Being solid with you.
Right.
Having that inner balance. Making sure you're okay. So when you get out here in this world, you know what I'm saying, to add to whatever equation you're trying to create, hence, creating a relationship or dating, you ain't got a lot of luggage and a lot of baggage.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff going on.
Right.
It's just good to be in a good space to be tackling that. You know what I mean? Taking care of some of those things. Being aware, self-aware, you said earlier. Being self-aware of what your challenge is and how you need to, face them. Like one of the questions I've been asking some of my people, and I ask you this now. How do you face yourself on a daily basis? Specifically, where you're challenged or where you may be weak.
Personally, I think I'm never going to say I do too much work, but because of my day-to-day, because of my responsibility as a mother, I know that I have to be an example because my babies, they learn more from what I do than what I say, right? So whenever, like I'm very aware of the experiences that I've gone through in my past dating relationships, and I'm aware of the impact that they've had on myself, but also my children. And I know that I can't go back and undo it or change it, or I can't go back in time and erase it. I have to kind of be aware of the impact and then take steps to change it. So just to give an example, I know that in the past, whenever I felt overwhelmed or frustrated or anxious, it caused me to speak to my children in a different way and have less patience for them, like snapping. My tone is different, and my little one, she's 5. She's the type that notices it and will match that energy,
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, and I was having like some struggles with her behavior. And the way she handled her frustration, her overwhelm, her anxiety. So when she turned up, I turned up, she turned up, and it was just a very chaotic environment. And what I realized is that I needed to focus on healing myself. I had to focus on learning how to keep myself calm in the midst of chaos. I had to figure out how to keep myself calm or center myself when I find myself overwhelmed or frustrated or anxious, right? Because I know that ultimately for me the goal is to be in a loving, healthy, happy marriage, right? And we're now in stepdad territory, or I don't want to make it the responsibility of my future partner to come in and have to be the solution, right? It's like right now where I am, I have to work on maintaining my calm, working on my anxiety, working on how I handle my frustration. Give the kids time to learn by example, and in essence teach them how to do the same for themselves, so that ultimately we create a peaceful, loving home. And anything that disturbs that peace or is not in alignment with that, they can't come up in my home or be in my space. And so that's the hard part, is once you start doing that work,
Not letting it go, not abandoning.
you know what I'm saying?
You mess up, keep on
going, right? And that's another. So it's like, to answer your question, it's like I let life show me what I need to work on, right? Because I probably wouldn't experience half of these things if I was just by myself. But when something comes up, when something triggers me, when something has me feeling less than, I have to immediately acknowledge it and say, okay, what's going on? Because it's not the kids, it's not anything going on outside of me to blame. It's something going on internally, right? And so the more I do that in just my home, the more it becomes a habit in all areas of my life, if that makes sense. Did I answer your question?
I believe so. Some of it, yeah. You kind of were sharing just ways of how you kind of went through a process.
Yeah.
Of how you kind of face yourself on a regular basis. And it's really, dealing with your aware. You're aware of what's going on.
That's the start.
Mm-hmm.
That's the start.
And you're finding solutions. Looking for solutions for your challenges.
Yeah.
For between with yourself inwardly, and then, between you and your children.
Yeah.
So yes, you definitely answer that. And thank you for sharing.
Oh, no, thank you. What about you? I'm gonna flip it around.
No problem at all. So I've been asking that question because I was a runner. I noticed I was a runner, meaning that I was avoiding quite a bit in my life in multiple areas. I was avoiding myself. I was avoiding challenges.
Okay.
I was avoiding, my weaknesses.
Okay.
But honestly, I just thought I got to a point of getting tired of avoiding and I guess feeling bad about myself. And I know I'm a stronger person And then I'm automatically one of those types of people that like to empower others. I naturally do it. I'm a natural inspiring person, motivator.
Right.
And that's just who I am. And me avoiding myself and different things, man, I really wasn't liking the person that I saw myself becoming. So last year, maybe May, June, I decided to take some coaching lessons.
Okay.
A new client actually came in, and me and him just automatically connected. We were very kindred spirit.
Okay.
And he just lit me up every time, and just was on purpose. And I really appreciated how he was on purpose every time he came here. And I know that I would like to be on purpose.
Okay.
I knew I could be more effective being on purpose. So hence this made me like, let me work on this commitment.
Mm-hmm.
First, finding out that I had commitment issues. We talk about relationships and partnerships and stuff on dating. That's something else I found out too, that I hadn't been in a committed relationship in maybe 20 years since my divorce. Yeah, that's an issue, so I need to face that.
Even though he only 25 years old, y'all. He only 25.
You know?
He looks 25.
So yeah, I ended up getting this coaching, and man, it just opened up so many doors, windows for me. And again, it has me asking everybody else this question, man, because you know what I mean, I don't think we're facing ourselves a lot in ways that we need to.
Yeah.
And again, I got tired of running from myself, and I decided to see myself operate at optimal performance, and I desire to show my children as well as myself a healthy relationship with another woman, but most importantly with myself and with them.
So how did you, and thank you for sharing, how did you realize that you were a runner, for lack of a better way of saying it, but like...
Oh man, first my spirit was letting me know.
Okay.
Women that I was dealing with was letting me know, because the way I was showing up and the way I wasn't showing up for them or for us.
Okay.
So people were letting me know, but even my spirit, I was letting me know. My spirit was letting me know, because at the end of the day, there was things that things weren't getting done that I know I could do. Time was just passing, you know, with certain things that I got tired of just procrastinating and telling myself, you know, I'll get to it. Nah, you gotta deal with it. You ain't getting to it. You need to focus. You need to get a plan. You need some order in your life, brother. You know, so really, man, my frustration with myself in a few different ways kind of tapped me in, actually. It made me want to, you know, get committed, you know, and started facing myself more, because I didn't like not being able to. And then for me to be in a healthy relationship, I had to be confident.
Yeah.
And if I ain't got confidence with dealing with myself, then how am I going to have confidence with dealing with a woman?
Wait. Thank you. I'm glad that you kind of like brought up, like, I guess I'll call it attachment styles, right? Because I realized probably last year, because I, you know, being single again and really committed to facing my stuff, because it's like, well, shoot, I'm having similar experiences from relationship to relationship, and I am the common denominator. So I'm the problem. So what what is it that I need to change within myself? And I realized, and it was through meeting someone that I really liked, made me realize that I'm more of a anxious attachment style, right? So if I don't hear from a person, I automatically like chase. Like, did I say something? Is everything okay? Haven't heard from you. You know.
Looking at yourself. What did I do wrong?
Yeah, what did I do wrong? Right? And it's like it led to me realizing that there's a fear of abandonment, a fear of feeling like I'm not good enough. And really had to face like some past trauma. Like it all boiled down to my relationship with my dad. Like it goes deep, and it's like having to do the work. Let me back up. in learning that, it impacted how I responded to the other person. You know, because a part of me is like taking on my own whatever story I was telling myself. I'm not good enough, you know, whatever. Taking that as true. Like, you can't tell me how that's not how you feel, or feeling like I need that reassurance. Instead of saying, you know what, Olivia, back up. Is that even true? Right? Is that true? Maybe that person is busy. Or maybe they did ghost you, abandon you, whatever. So what? Why does that bother you so much? Why do you feel like, why do you feel like you're not good enough? Because that's what you need to be focused on. Not seeking that or needing that validation from outside of you.
Or approval from someone else.
Yeah, so when I say it is nasty work, but if I desire to have that healthy, secure relationship where I'm not,
do it.
You gotta do it.
And avoid it.
You gotta do it.
You gotta realize something too, I was saying, man, you're not alone in this. And I'm grateful that you're taking the opportunity to even have this conversation with me. You know what I mean? Because you're not alone, period. And we all are going through quite a bit. But we're all going through some of the same things, just on different levels.
Yeah.
You know, it's good for us to be able to chop it up and talk about these things to help each other maneuver through.
We have to.
You know, instead of stuffing inside and just being in our heads.
It makes your chest tight.
Oh my goodness.
Your chest get tight?
Make your chest tight, hurt, your head hurt, all of that. Yeah.
So how do you move forward with dating while you know, you have this awareness, you're doing the work of, like you said, I don't want to run no more. I don't want to be like this anymore. I'm working on it. Are you the type of person to wait until you feel like you good, like you got a good handle on how to approach those moments when you find yourself wanting to avoid or run, or like how do you move forward?
How do I move forward? Right now, so I'm moving forward first by facing myself first base.
Okay.
So I made a commitment with the coaching. So I meet with my coach once a week.
Okay.
Also, I'm planning now. So one of the things with my coach that he has me working on getting order in my life, instituting order, learning to be the architect of my life. So I'm learning to move forward by learning how to get a grasp on where I'm out of control and starting to get some control in my life. And from there, you know, it's even opening me up to, you know, when it comes to dating, you know, from this perspective, like there's some new strategy that I want to apply. And now it's like learning to apply that. Don't vary from what you're thinking about or your new thoughts and your strategy. Small intermission.
Yeah. But thank you for
I don't know if I answered all of you.
No, you did, because it's like continuing to do the work. Like you're moving forward is making sure that you do the work.
Yeah, I'm moving forward and doing the work, but then I'm still stepping out with something different. I'm not doing the old stuff. So my thing is to date differently, and I thought about this. And now to implement this new strategy and these new thoughts, you know what I mean, while I'm still putting the work dealing with myself. You know what I mean? Then also I want to say too, is for me as a man, and I think a lot of us men can work on this, being transparent about where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? I definitely look forward to being very transparent on where I'm at and sharing where I'm at emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. I would like to have those types of conversations.
It's scary though, right? Because
it's definitely scary.
Because sometimes it means, and this is just because lack of a better way of saying it, you'll have less options.
What do you mean by that though? Why you say
well, and I knew I was gonna have to break it down. So like, I can't speak for men, but I know that some of my male friends that I've had conversations with, you know, about not only transparency but being vulnerable too and being open. It's like men tend to get judged for it, right? And I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, you're definitely true, man, for knowing our feelings that time. Even though women want us to.
Yeah, and I know for me, it's like, you know, I have a lot of male friends, so let me not say that. That's not what as a former hairstylist, right?
Healthy male friends.
Right. Most of my clients were male. Mm-hmm. And you know, the hair salon is one of the safest places to
let your hair down. Everybody be who they are for themselves.
Right, no judgment. It's like I'm not a judgmental person, you know, but in my romantic relationship, I appreciate honesty. Even if what I'm hearing is a little like, ooh, okay, let me process it. I'd rather know than not know, right? Mm-hmm. You know, like, I'll just give an example. Being a single mother, it's a lot of talk out here about how guys should avoid single mothers, and same goes for guys. You know, don't date single dads. You know, it's a lot that comes with that. It's a lot of relationship chatter and talking. Don't do this, don't do that, and it's like you could let that hinder you or scare you. Like for me, I'll let people know I am a single mother, right? I don't have. It's a package, right? And I'm not at a place where I'm trying to do casual dating, you know, and like we can date, but you're not gonna meet my kids. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like I'm just very careful about where I put my energy in, you know. But if you're someone that I'm interested in, you will know that I have children. You will know that I have great relationships with their fathers, meaning ain't no drama, ain't no beef, ain't no trying to get back together. It's, you know, it's all love. Healthy, okay? Because honestly, it's about the kids. Mm-hmm. You know, and I still consider them my friends, like, and some people don't want to hear that, or they have the assumption that single mom means my kids come before da 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 da, and it's like, let's just have a conversation. Let's talk about what my day-to-day looks like, what your day-to-day looks like. Like, get to know me for me as an individual, and don't lump me into this group. Yeah, you know. So it's transparency is always a beautiful thing, and you know, sometimes transparency sucks, but it's like at least you know where that person stands, and they know where you stand.
Everybody can make an honest decision.
That's it.
What you want, what you see is what you get.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that we can continue to have more open and honest, transparent conversations.
That's the starting place.
Yeah.
That's where it needs to start.
It's necessary. It's like I thought I was ready to like actively date, and it's like, nah, I ain't. I still
got some stuff to clear up.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that, you know, being single meant that I was going to just be free to do what I want to do, focus on my money, focus on my kids. I don't want to be in a relationship, and it's like, yeah, that comes from a place of hurt. Mm-hmm. And fear, and it's like, all right, well, what do I have to do to attract the relationship I want? Who do I have to become? Not saying I have to change who I am, but in order to get different results, I can only control what, you know,
yourself.
I just didn't know the work was going to look like that. Like,
you got to identify that. That was a good question to ask yourself, though. You know, I think we should. You know, who do I need to become? How do I need to change? You know, what I need to change so I can get what I need to get.
Yeah.
So I can get this new, healthier situation. Because a lot of us, man, you know, we on that insane thing. You know, where we're doing the same thing, expecting something different. You know what I mean? Well, a lot of times we gotta change. We gotta do something different, man.
Yes.
And like you said, you gotta look at yourself and see where you've been hitting and where you've been missing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
One of my favorite questions, or one of my favorite things to do, or tasks to do, or I can't say tasks, but one day I just asked myself, like, was there ever a situation where I was a toxic one? And what that looked like, you know, being triggered, getting defensive, Not understanding what it meant to be a safe space for my partner, or not realizing that I got to give people room to do their work. I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of different things that I realized in my solitude. And it does suck at first. It's like, dang, like I was a little toxic to that person. I think we all have those moments where we weren't our best selves in the past, but it's like.
And real quick, I want to stop you real fast. That takes a huge, an amazing person to really be able to see that and admit that, and so I just want to give you some kudos.
Oh, for that. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
That's a lot, man, to be able to see your own faults and errors, and then be able to grow from them. So.
Yeah, because that's why I can't sit here and make my ex the villain, or now not saying they were perfect, but it's like, yeah, I could have handled that a lot different, or I started some of those arguments because I was triggered, or I responded this way because I was triggered, or I responded more emotionally than I want to, or just accepting that I'm also a woman and different things affect me emotionally, and it all boiled down with having a better relationship with myself. And that's not just to attract a partner. Like, this is a lifelong journey of falling in love, being in love, accepting, non-judgmental, all these different things that we want in a partner, embodying those things within ourselves. So that's it. I mean, I don't know if that made sense, but that's all I got.
It definitely does.
That's all I got there.
You definitely do. You got to do the work. So, and the main thing I think that I'm seeing, that I'm getting from this is really, man, you got to stay working on ourselves. That's the really important thing.
Yeah.
Stay working on yourself, man, until where you get to a place of peace inwardly, to where you're comfortable and confident to get out here and make moves, to create other partnerships.
That's right.
What have you. But it all starts with us. We really got to get rid of our issues and our challenges before we, open up the door to something new.
Absolutely.
Relationships, man, not bringing in, all this other trash and I don't say trash, but this trauma, man, that we have, man, that we can get rid of. We need to deal with it.
Yep.
And we're able to do it.
Yep.
And we should want to, man, because I don't know.
Everybody.
We all want we all want some level of happiness, or want to be in a healthy, happy relationship. I think a lot of us, or most people, desire that, but we got to be willing to do what it takes.
Absolutely. Then that's with any goal. It's like, you can want all you want, but if you ain't willing to do the work, you ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get what you want.
What up, cuz? Give me one moment. I'll be right with you.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up.
That's fine with me, man. This was good. And let's do it again.
Definitely.
Yeah, this was good, because we can go so deep with this. There's still a whole bunch more we can talk about.
Yes, this is the first of many conversations to come.
Y'all see me again.
As always, I appreciate y'all for rolling with me. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. And if any part of this video resonated with you, feel free to like, share, subscribe, share with a friend. And until next time, I love you all. Peace.
Bye.
Thank you so much.